Hello, and a huge welcome to our first in this amazing series of Let's Grow with Our Parents and Carers by Grandee UK. We're really thrilled to be able to bring these episodes to you, which have completely been shaped by your feedback. It's some of the areas that you would like some support, guidance, and help with. And I'm really delighted that for our first episode today, Jayne joins us. So huge welcome, Jayne.
Thank you, Sarah. It's a pleasure to be here.
Amazing. So Jayne, just tell our audience a little bit about you, your experience, and then I'm so excited to move through our episode today, which is all about self-regulation and how to support our young children through all of those really big emotions.
Thank you, Sarah. Yes, I've been a nursery manager for 27 years and I'm Forest School trained. I've done a lot of training with staff and with parents too. One of the areas that I do train in is emotion coaching and self-regulation. And I'm now working with Grandee UK in the learning and development team, so I'm supporting lots of nurseries.
Amazing. So Jayne, you have got so much experience when we're supporting our children and our families and also our team to help children through that self-regulation process. Just talk us through why self-regulation is so important to our children.
So self-regulation is really important to all our children because children are born as blank canvases. So from birth, children don't obviously understand their emotions. And if you can think about how many emotions that a child will experience, say in their first few weeks of life, they can be happy, they can be angry, they can be sad, they can be fearful. So all those emotions, these little children and babies that are just brought into this world, they don't know how to handle them. So it's really, really important that we as practitioners and as parents can help those children to regulate and understand what they're feeling.
Amazing. And when we sort of consider self-regulation in relation to a child's development, why is that piece so important, Jayne? Child development and ages and stages of development.
So like we just said, the children obviously have all these emotions that they're feeling, and we need to help them recognise what they're feeling and support them through life. So what's fascinating about children is within the 0 to 3 age bracket, 80% of their brain is actually formed within that time scale. So as practitioners and as parents, it's really, really important that we help children to learn to manage their emotions, to help them to self-regulate, because by the age of 5, 90% of their brain is formed.
Wow.
So I just think that's incredible.
So Jayne, we recognise it is always really difficult for children to manage those big emotions.
Yes.
So again, with regards to our parents, our carers, our team, how can we help children? What strategies would you recommend helping and supporting children when they're experiencing those really big emotions?
Yeah, and it is difficult, Sarah. You know, when a child is in that emotional storm, it's very difficult for parents and practitioners because you can see that child's really, really upset, but we have to remember that we have got to remain calm in order to help the child to regulate.
Yes.
So it's really, really important that the child understands what they're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So when I talk about co-regulation, I mean getting down on the child's level, on the floor if it takes that, and just being with the child in that moment. Yeah. So whether you've got a hand on their shoulder, whether you're giving them a cuddle, whether you're just sitting next to them, as long as you're with the child in that moment, they're starting to realise that you're actually there. Some children won't want you there with them in the moment. They might just want to crawl off, some, like I've just said, into an enclosed little area, maybe under a bed, just to then process their emotions and think about what they're feeling.
Yes.
Whereas other children just might want you there in that moment to give them a cuddle, but it's okay. However your child wants to regulate with you, that's fine. So once you have regulated with that child, worked in co-regulation, that child is then developing the tools later in life for self-regulation.
Okay.
Because they're realising that's okay.
Would you suggest that parents or carers respond to that when a child's feeling very frustrated and really not wanting any support?
If a child feels that they're in that moment where they don't want the support, it usually means actually they do want the support. That is exactly where the co-regulation comes in.
Great.
So we've got lots of strategies and tools that we can use to help bring the children just back to us.
Yes.
So if you can see that a child is in an emotional storm, it might be really, really important to get them to just breathe really slowly.
Okay.
So just say to the child, if they're really angry, what I want you to do is, I want you to pop your arms at the side of your body, and I want you to pop your palms upwards and just pretend that you've got paintbrushes in your hands, and then we're going to paint a rainbow. So just get the child to breathe in, paint the rainbow. Oh, we've made a nice red rainbow, and bring your child's arms back down to the side so you're working in the moment with them. Now we're going to paint a blue So then get your paintbrushes again, and we're painting the blue. Oh, that's really calming, isn't it? Blue's a nice calming colour. And then bring it back down. So within that moment of you making the rainbow with the children,
Yes.
the children are starting to regulate. There's other tools that we use as well, such as we've got a book that can be purchased off the internet, off Amazon, found in libraries. We also have copies of these at nursery as well, which I've given to parents to borrow. So this is all about the colour monster. Now, the colour monster can sometimes be very confused, and all his emotions can be very muddled together.
Yes.
But the colour monster is great because it unpicks each emotion. So each emotion is relevant, as we have here. So here's our little colour monsters. And again, these can be purchased from Amazon. So we use these a lot with the children in the classroom. So we have already spoken to the children about what colour each monster represents. So this one is all about fear. Okay. So if a child is feeling very fearful, they might not want to do an activity for the first time because they don't know what they're doing.
Yes.
We'll say, do you want to go and find your emotion, so that they don't get in that emotional storm?
Great.
We've
so
also
recognising the emotion and understanding it.
Exactly, as we were speaking about before, just labelling that emotion.
It's a very visual aid for young children to relate to, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. We've got these are really nice tools as well. They're fidget toys, but they're great for self-regulation. Okay. So if a child is in that emotional storm, sometimes just child needs something to fiddle with. To touch, just to bring them back, because they find it calming. You can get these again from the internet. We've also got them from in all the nurseries as well, so that they can be borrowed too.
So Jayne, where would parents seek to find all of the information around the tools and the strategies that you shared today?
So if parents would like information on this episode, there will be lots of links at the bottom of each episode, so that they can go and purchase these resources. But as I said, your nursery staff, your nursery management team are vital resources as well, because we do have a lot of these resources at settings that parents can actually go and borrow.
Fabulous. A huge thank you for joining us today. I think you'll agree with me that Jayne's information has been both inspiring and hugely informative. But if you do need any support or any guidance, please do reach out to your nursery manager and the nursery team. They're always there to help and support you. You're really excited for our next episode, which is also on a similar theme, but really thinking about how do we support children through that phase of biting and some of those challenging behaviours when we're quite small but have really big emotions. So huge thank you, Jayne. Thank you so much for your time today. Lovely to see you again, and we'll see you soon. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.